What up? What up, guys? What up, YouTube? What up, YouTube? This is No Filter, man. This is episode two of Dragon Ball. This is episode two of the Dragon Ball podcast. I'm waiting on shit. Okay, there we go. Yep, there we go. All right, we gotta go. Shit. I'm waiting on Mental Universe to no. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm starting it up. I'm waiting for these people to come in. I left the link to the hangout, guys, if you guys want to join the discussion. Today in today's episode, I need to edit this shit. Shit, fuck it, let me edit it. Let me edit this. Shit. This is episode two. Sorry, guys. I should have fucking set this shit up when I did it. All right, makes it easier to deal with. All right. This is episode two of Dragon Ball. This is episode two of Dragon Ball podcast, and today we're gonna be discussing the best villain of DBZ manga wise. Cell, Frieza, Boo, um, and Android, Cell, Cell. So we basically gonna be discussing that and other Dragon Ball Z stuff. So I'm waiting on what is it? How many y'all? So I'm saying, all right, come on. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Sale. So we basically. Oh, fucking god! I fucking hate this shit. This shit does bullshit. What up, Mental
What
Universe?
up?
Nothing much, man. I told you I was gonna do the podcast. I had a schedule on my thing for my live event, so it made it easy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you been up to before we start the podcast?
I've been really working on. I don't know if you saw my video yesterday, setting up the MIDI controllers on routing MIDI messages to different applications and everything. The idea is I want to, like the everything wrong with video.
Huh.
I did. So I want to make that. I want to do that live. I want to have like a number, like the text number is going to be difficult because that has to be programmed in. So I've been working on that. It's a little project I've been working on.
That's good. That's good. I've been creating a lot. I've been creating a lot. I changed my avatar to Bardock with the Super Saiyan Blue thing. I don't know how I found the picture on Pinterest, which is kind of crazy. Man, some dope ass pictures on there.
Okay. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the avatar. I'm keeping this avatar from now on. It was Goku Black when I changed. It was I was trolling this guy. I was telling this guy to mental and Khalifa, right, when she went Super Saiyan 2. But you saw a good episode
I saw that bullshit.
Yeah, when she went Super Saiyan 2, and that
that was the second time going Super Saiyan 2. The first time was back when she first turned Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
And she was fighting with or rather when she swatted away Kale's fireball to save Cabo.
Yeah.
She went Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah. But it was I was fucking with her. I was fucking this guy at Midtown with that shit when she was my avatar was her girl Super Saiyan and shit. That shit was funny. I was trolling people with that fucking avatar and I changed it eventually. Oh fucking with people, I'm gonna turn you take the change that fucking avatar. I'm like, man, this shit funny as hell. But you know what, man? Look, I know people rate me for this shit though, because I do feel like Dragon Ball Super. The only thing I don't like about it is they keep fucking up the power levels and shit. Like it's like Super Saiyan was like in original manga was like you had to fucking train to earn that shit, and then people just I'm just gonna copy you, whatever. That's the only thing I don't like about Dragon Ball Super. Just everybody the power levels just fucking insane. Like god damn it, dude. It's like you gonna fucking make her earn it the hard way or not, god damn it. But it's like that's the only thing. And it's funny because like like a lot of the characters like Goku Black, I hated Goku Black at first, and then I was watching the Verb, I think. It's just like I'm watching all the episodes because I'm caught up now, but I'm watching Dragon Ball Super for the first to the beginning from the beginning to where it is now. I'm watching it now. I watched all of them, but like I wanted to catch up, and I'm watching it, and like man, Dragon Ball Super beginning of the episodes are fucking terrible. Like, god damn, this shit terrible. What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah.
God damn, like it's really fighting. Like there's some fights going on, but like god damn it. But like in this episode, we gonna be just talking about like the best villain, and I left for you guys want to join the discussion. I left the link to the hangout to join so you guys can join the discussion. So like, all right, today's episode is about best villain. Who like I mean this is the start of the podcast, but who the best villain DBZ. That you don't have to rank them. Just like who do you think was the best villain for DBZ overall for manga, and not including Super, but just like for the original manga that ran on TV, originally ran on TV.
Uh, let's see. I'll go with Frieza 1, Vegeta 2. No, I take that back. Let me take that back. I'll go with Broly 1,
Mm-hmm.
Frieza 2, Vegeta 3,
Mm-hmm.
Cell 4, Kid Buu 5.
Oh wow. Well, and why would you why would you recommend that? Why would you listen like that?
I like the Broly because it was at the time he was kind of like overpowered.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I take that back. Let me re-rank them again. Okay, so including the movies and the series, John Nimba, True John Nimba, 1, Original John Nimba 2, BoJack 3, Broly 4, Frieza 5.
Oh wow.
And John Nimba was just an awesome villain, even though he was just in the movie. I like BoJack also. He's pretty much the bad guys was pretty much there just to show how awesome Gohan was. Going Super Saiyan level 2. That was really the only purpose. You know what? Because I'm thinking about like all the moves, but I'm just gonna keep it like that. I don't really remember much of the Garlic Jr. saga.
Yeah.
As far as Broly, I like him being overpowered, and now I'm thinking about like Androids 13, 14, and 15. But we'll forget about that. Who else did I say? John Nimba, BoJack. Who did I say at number 3? I think I said Broly.
Yeah.
But yeah, Broly, he was heartless. Like he didn't talk, he didn't fuck around,
Yeah.
he didn't monologue.
He got shit done, bro.
Yeah, he got shit done, and he got shit done quickly.
Yeah.
So
I remember I was watching because I was watching I think it's on YouTube somewhere. It was some channel on YouTube, and I was watching the original blow when he made the first appearance in the first movie he did. Man, he was whooping them Saiyans ass, bro. Like he would Trunk, he tossed Trunk like a goddamn fucking thin ass tree. He beat shit out of fucking Kid Trunks. Goten, he beat shit out of Piccolo, he beat shit out of Gohan. I'm like, god damn, dude, what the hell? I think was Goku alive in that one? Was Goku alive in
no,
that one?
Goku was not alive in the second one. He was alive in the first one.
In the first one, yeah, and I was watching that shit, and when Goku was he went Super Saiyan and shit, and Broly was whooping that dude ass. I'm like, god damn, this dude. Well, he can't do shit now with Blue, but you know, with Kale, with that shit with Kale, there was some bullshit. Like, come on, man, this motherfucker Blue, and she just walking through that shit like a goddamn like it ain't nothing new. But like, I think Broly to me is one of those, and that's why I keep trying to tell people all the time. I agree, you know, like Goku being the god now, and Vegeta being the god now, he would just be fucking puny as hell, but because Goku's was spinning Spider. But like, I think Broly one of them villains to me.
Well, hold on. Well, we don't know that now because the last episode changed everything, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, so I'm trying to figure out, and this is spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Dragon Ball Super episode 100. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so obviously they're trying to sell that Saiyans from a different universe can level up faster.
Yeah.
First of all, if they are Saiyans, why don't they have tails? Two, if that's, I mean, it's a hard sell, man. It's like, okay, so now a legendary Super Saiyan, because a legendary, I actually have to correct myself from what I said the last episode. a legendary Super Saiyan is different from an Ultra Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Because a legendary Super Saiyan, they have like those green fireballs, and like the Ultra Super Saiyan 1 does not. So okay, so now if a legendary Super Saiyan can compete with a Super Saiyan level 1 blue, um, what's the ceiling? What's the ceiling for legendary Super Saiyans? We know at least that they can keep up with Super Saiyan level 1 blue, but we know that they're nowhere near as powerful as Jiren. So where does that land?
Yeah.
So
Well, Jiren's overpowered though. Like really, like you think about look at Jiren though. Like Jiren's overpowered though. Like because watching, like I was thinking to myself, like when I'm using Kale when she went that fucking berserker raid shit and she pulled the shit. I'm like, okay, you know Goku's a god now, so I'm like, oh, this motherfucker can do it. She was whooping his ass, bro. I'm like, god damn, dude, you a god? He gets well, Broly is a strong motherfucker when he get angry. The more angry he gets, the more he starts to want to destroy shit. So it makes sense. But like I was looking, all right, was going into it, but looking at this shit, like I'm like, all right, Goku, you struggling against a goddamn Kale when she was Berserker. I'm like, I can't imagine you beating Berserk Jiren because Jiren, goddamn it, Jiren just fucking knocked out with that one blast. I'm like, Goku. Yeah. Like, bro, I don't know about that, man. I think Universe, they ain't gonna lose because the goddamn show's based around them characters. They gonna find some cheap bullshit way it's all just like, oh, whatever, unless you just get a new power up. But still, like, I'm like, all right, cool, dude. That's right, and that's what I'm trying to say with Broly. Like that was saying with Dragon Ball Super. But if they brought back Broly, which I hope they do it because I hope they bring back Broly. I would love to see that fight between Goku and Broly, with Goku Super Saiyan Blue and the Broly and his Berserker Rage. Because I really would see it now because that episode did change a little bit. But like what I was saying before, like going back to bringing back to the main topic of the podcast, I think to me, I say Frieza. I like Frieza on the Namek side. I think Frieza was a very good villain. Frieza was a good villain. I like the Cell. The Cell games, I feel like I drug out, but that was kind of part of the DC manga. They would drag like 25 episodes out, dialogue, and then fight, beat each other up, whatever. And then you got then I say Kid Buu, and then you got the androids. I don't know. It's one of those things where like I think like I like Raditz too. Raditz was more of like a fucking lapdog for Goku because like Raditz was kind of like whatever, cool, whatever. But I think Frieza was the best one to me because I think Frieza, how savage she was on Namek when she kept Krillin and shit, and then that's when fucking Goku went full savage and said fuck this shit, and he just got angry and started going Super Saiyan. I'm like, okay, I fucking like this shit, and that's why I think that to me the reason why when I always say Frieza, and even though I think she's overused in Saga and Super and shit, they should have kept her ass, they should have kept her dead and brought back somebody else like Broly's on that. But you know, I'm getting used to Frieza being back in Super Dragon Ball Super again. But it's like to me, I like the Frieza because Frieza was that one that caused Goku to become Super Saiyan. So it's always that's gonna always push my heart far as Super Saiyan wise. Like, because I remember when people tell like Super Saiyan, I'm like, okay, whatever. Because I was very heavy in the manga, like the original anime when it first came out, when it hit TV on Cartoon Network, whatever. And I remember just watching shit like, oh man, Super Saiyan, Goku about to go Super Saiyan, and it's like they teasing the next episode about him going Super Saiyan. And then when it went happen, I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, god damn, he was whooping fucking Frieza ass, and then you know the planet blew up. Eventually, the planet never blew up. But like, I think when you talk about like Frieza, why do you think Frieza's the best villain though? Like, because I mean, me and you have the same Frieza number one on the list. Why do you think Frieza was the best villain though? Huh?
No, we don't. I said John number one.
Which one? What was in? What movie was he in? Because I've seen all of them. I just forgot. I forgot what order he was in.
I forgot the name of the movie, but it's where Vegeta was dead and Goku went to hell. I think they call it HLIF.
What are you talking about? Whatever cheese.
The big fat yellow monster thing was the first form.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, what they was I think it was. I thought you talking the movie. I thought you talking about the ones where both Goku and Vegeta was dead and they had the halos hanging over it, and they fused into the what's the guy name?
Well, he fused in the Gogeta, but Goku. I don't think Goku was dead. Maybe he was. I don't. If I remember correctly, he wasn't dead, but Vegeta was definitely dead.
Yeah, I think both of them was dead. I remember that movie. Now both of them was dead because Vegeta was dead. There and they was they had fused into Vegeta. So like I think Yeah. It was that one because I remember. Now I remember him because he was the big pink monster and shit. I remember you talking about. Yeah,
Yellow.
he was savage. Yeah, he was savage. He gave him a hard time though.
Yeah, he was stronger than Kid Buu.
Yeah, like, and
Because
that's what I'm saying. Like,
level
yeah,
3 Goku couldn't stand. Well, he could beat the fat one, but he couldn't beat the second transformation. So, which was like the little gray thing with the sword.
yeah, and that's why Goku and Vegeta fused.
Yeah.
That was like fused because that's the only way you're gonna that's the only way you're really gonna beat them. So, like, I think to me, I like the BoJack too, even though BoJack really was mostly used for so Gohan can go Super Saiyan 2. So I whatever, but I think that, like, I want you one question: do you think those Dragon Ball movies villains should have been canon, or they should just be separate from the main universe?
They can't make them canon because it's a movie.
Yeah,
And
true.
I mean, I like the movie villains. Well, most of them more than I like the TV villains.
Cooler was a bitch though. Fuck Cooler though. Fuck that dude, man. I hate that dude, bro. He was a fucking Frieza knockoff. I was like, man, when he freeze a brother, I think.
Yes.
Freeze brother. I was like, fuck that dude, man. Keep his ass alive. Keep his ass dead. I'm glad when fucking Goku beat the shit out of that dude, man. That dude deserved to get killed. He was fucking knockoff and shit. Hated that dude, man.
I don't remember. There was actually another movie, the Hildegard movie, where I think Goku was like a kid. I think that was probably a GT movie, where Goku went Super Saiyan level 3 as a kid. I don't remember that one really too much. I only saw that movie one time. So
yeah. But, like, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like yes, because it's a movie. Yeah, it's hard to keep some shit canon. But I feel like it's like Broly should have been the main villain. I liked it BoJack, even though he was used for Gohan, so he was Super Saiyan 2. And I liked it. I was doing, Cooler. When I was a kid, I thought he was cool as fuck. But now watching that shit again, because I was watching him yesterday, because I actually got the VH1 tape. But I actually bought the Blu-ray. I don't know if it's out on Blu-ray or not. And I was watching on some website. I'm like, yeah, Cooler a bitch, bro. Keep that motherfucker dead, bro. Like that he deserved to die, man. He was a fucking knockoff. But I say, to me, that my second best villain, to me, in my opinion, was Broly, dude. I agree 100%. Broly did not fuck around, bro. Broly, when he fought Goku in that first movie and shit, when Goku was alive, he was whooping them Saiyans ass, bro. I'm like, God damn, dude, what the hell? Like, he was mopping the floor with him. Like, I even think back to the second movie when Goku was dead and shit, and it was Gohan, Goten, and Trunks, and then you had Piccolo, and he was just mopping the floor with them dudes, man. Like, god damn, and they had to fucking Goku had to talk to Gohan and Spirit Wise, fuck, just use all his energy, give him all the energy just to beat him. I'm like, god damn, man, Broly don't fuck around though. But do you think if they brought Broly brought Broly in Dragon Ball Super, do you think it would make sense to just keep him dead in the movies and just like that? Because go ahead.
If I remember correctly, the third movie, where they resurrected his DNA, I think that all of him was literally destroyed. If I'm not mistaken. So I don't see how they could bring him back unless he was wished back. But I do think I don't know. Like, if you would ask me before episode 100, I would have told you that was a waste of time. But like now, I don't know.
Yeah,
I've always been Broly though. Like, he didn't waste time. Like I said before, he didn't monologue. He didn't do the bullshit. Just went right to work. Like, he even frees the monologue for like fucking half the episode.
Yeah.
So
he didn't fuck. They didn't fuck. They didn't fuck around at all, bro. Like, I tell you flat out, when that first movie came around, they didn't fuck around at all, bro. I'm like, god damn, dude. Like, what the fuck? He was mopping the floor with them dudes. Like, man, this motherfucker savage. Like, damn, like, and that's the thing about Broly, man. People talk shit about him. Like, Broly just was a fucking rip on. Like, no, man, Broly was savage, bro. Like, to me, he should. And I always said this about Dragon Ball Z. Like, some sagas they could have kept, but if they made Broly a main villain for one of the main mangas, man, I would have fucking loved that shit. Because that, to me, that's interesting. But like I feel like one of my third best villain to me probably is Kid Buu. And I feel like the reason why he's third best because I feel like, and I'm pretty sure me, you feel, I mean, Entire Universe, you feel the same way. That saga got drugged out too goddamn long, bro. They kept dragging that shit long. They would spend 2 or 3 episodes talking like, all right, man, get to the damn point, dog. Destroy this motherfucker already. God damn it, dude. It's like, and it's like, oh, they spent time like the episode. Well, I go back to the episode when they fuse in Vegito, and they sitting there. They got enough power over the wipe this dude. Now, I don't understand because Kid Majin Buu had soaked up Gotenks and damn Piccolo, so they had to go in there and they did the fusion things. They wanted to go in there to save him. It makes sense, but fam, like, dude, you gotta destroy this motherfucker, man. You can wish Piccolo and fucking Gotenks them back, man, but goddamn, dude, you gotta fucking do something, man. This is getting utter ridiculous, man. Just wipe this dude out as it is, like. But I think Kid Buu, the reason why I like Kid Buu, that motherfucker was strong, bro. When he was a Kid Buu, he was strong, bro. Like the final episode when Goku had the spirit bomb, and he was out of the injury and shit, and had to use the fucking Dragon Balls to fucking wishing to give him more energy so he could wipe off Majin Buu and shit. Like that's how you know that motherfucker was savage. Like
that was so lame, though.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I didn't like
another spirit bomb. Like, come on. I think you know what happened. I think people give like the Buu saga so much shit because they watched the Namek saga, all right, and how long that took, and then they watched the Cell saga, the Android and the Cell saga, and see how long that took. So by the time they get to the Buu saga, it's like, oh my god, man! Like really, we got to do this a third time? 75 to 100 more episodes. It is like we've already done this twice. We got to do this again.
Yeah.
And I think people were just burned out. You know what I would have preferred if instead of Goku using the Spirit Bomb, that he would have went Super Saiyan Blue level 1.
Did you grease it?
To be blue.
And you did grease it pretty good. Look at all that greasing.
What was that?
My mom actually, but like
okay.
But like basically what you were saying of like I give that saga did drug out. I mean, it drug out to the point where it was like, yeah, man, it's my third best series. Like it's one of those series where it's like it's up there, but it's like I really should make it 5 because they kept dragging this shit out, bro. Like, god damn, that shit got drug out. Like, what the hell ended already? Like,
I think people recognized the pattern of how Dragon Ball Z were going, and they was tired of seeing the pattern.
Yeah, so it was like maybe that's why they ended at the Buu saga because it's like, yeah, man, like you can only do so much before it gets repetitive,
Yeah. Are we counting? Well, I know you're not counting Super, but would we count Hit and Jiren as villains?
Not necessarily because they're good people. I mean, it seemed like they fucking villains the way they fucking despise Goku, which I mean, I don't blame them because Goku suggested a dumb idea in the first place for the Power Tournament. But like, I don't know. I think it's one of those things. It's one of those things where. Do you consider them a villain? Because I don't. I just consider them people who just hate Goku just because he keeps the tournament.
I think Hit is more of a anti-hero. Well, I wouldn't even go that far because we don't have any reference of him like saving people on his free time. He's just pretty much an assassin, but he's not going around killing people either. So I don't know how to classify that. As far as Jared, yeah, there are people in their universe. But they're still like anti-Goku.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, that's the thing. I think that if you say Jiren is a villain, I think I mean, I don't know. Jiren's not a villain. I understand. Here's the thing to me, dude. I think the Pride Troopers is a bunch of fucking cocky assholes, and I hope they really get their ass beat because the way they just sitting there like when fucking when Kale went Berserker Rage and they're sitting there just standing there like in Jiren like, I got this dude. I was like, man, you know what, Jiren? I fuck with you heavy, dude, but you on some arrogant asshole type of shit going on. Like he just stood there, get the key blast and knocked out of the Berserker form. I'm like, you fucking too damn power, bro. You fucking y'all.
He's done.
Like, god damn, dude, what the hell? Like, he some arrogant shit. Like, that's the thing with the Pride Troopers. Like, this new episode is coming up today. I don't know what time. I don't know when these new episodes.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. But I'm gonna watch it. But like, when you watch the Pride Troopers and shit, like, they so goddamn arrogant and so goddamn cocky. Like, oh, we just gonna fucking win. I'm like, you know what? And you know, for me, I'm like, because I am against these damn power ups they keep doing with damn fucking, especially with Khalifa and Kel going berserker rage, and she wiping off. She's sitting there. She's knocking off a command wave and shit, and it ain't bothering her a little bit. I'm like, you know what, man? Give Goku a new power up to beat Shah German, because this motherfucker just arrogant as hell, fam.
Oh, like, yeah,
huh? Go ahead.
Have you seen the poster?
I seen the post. I seen the photo. Actually got saved in my pictures. Actually, yeah.
So yeah, I'm getting echoes.
Let me get my headphones.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So yeah, they kind of give it away. If you look at it with versus Jiren, he has like kind of like a red energy wave, and it cuts through it, and he doesn't have. Well, his hair is black. Well, it's always black, but it looks like his normal self, but more powerful.
You think Goku may be able to beat Jiren, or he gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat and trying to find some cheap bullshit way to explain it?
Well, going by past of Dragon Ball Z episodes, he's either gonna beat him as kind of like a new power up, or he powers up. Him and Jiren breaks even, and somehow Zeno calls off the extermination of all the universes. That's usually what happens.
I hope they don't do this shit, man. I hope they actually stick to their guns this time, man, and fucking be faithful with that shit and don't fucking pull that bullshit, dude. That shit, because they do that bullshit, it should piss me off, man. You think they're gonna do it though? Because you know, Dragon Ball, they fuck with me sometimes.
I'm getting. Do you have your headphones in?
Oh, my headphones. Yeah.
Echo is killing me.
Yeah. Go ahead. Oh, here my headphones. I found it. There we go.
Check. All right, it's a lot lower, but it's doable. All right, so what was the question again?
I said, can you could you picture as like the what's the two kids' name that
it's Cabo, Kale, and was it Khalifa?
Yeah. Could you see them just like saying, you know what, it's a tie, and they just don't want to wipe out the universe no more? Could you see it?
Zeno? Like the Zenos? I don't know, man. Like I don't really see like the events that leads up to it, but I'm just going by the past. It's like it's very rare where I don't know. I guess the bad guy could kill Goku, but there's no killing allowed in this tournament. So that takes out one of the possible scenarios. I don't know. Like I don't know. If they come to a break even, like where do they go from there? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I'm still interested in seeing this mortal that no God of Destruction can beat. Who is that person?
You think it's Jiren?
I doubt that. Because I think they said, if I'm not mistaken, it was a person from a completely different universe.
Who do you think it is?
I have no idea. And to address your other point, was like the whoever the force is called, they actually remind me of the Ginyu Force. I don't know why, but like I believe that in their universe they're like the strongest. Yeah. Like Jiren and the guy with the huge mustache. So why wouldn't they be cocky if they're the strongest in their universe?
Yeah, but do you think the cockiness is gonna be a downfall though? Because just like Goku and his power, they're also powerful. You know,
no, Jiren, I would say that he's confident, but not cocky. But they're not reckless. Like they're just not doing stupid shit. like Vegeta is like old school Vegeta, like Dragon Ball Z Vegeta, like Planet Namek Vegeta. That's cocky. That's the kind of guy that will go head first into a fight and get his head fucking cut off. Like no. So I'll be really interested to see. You know what really bugged me that the chat room brought it up too. Like, so when Goku, level 1, blue level 1 Goku goes against Kale, him and Vegeta is standing there like they never went up against a legendary Super Saiyan before. Like they have no memory of Broly, and I found that interesting. They didn't even bring up like a Broly reference or anything like that. I'm like, what is that about? What do you think about that?
Oh, I mean, you know what? That is interesting. Like, yeah, I'm surprised. Because you know, Vegeta, he always had the knowledge of the Saiyans and stuff like that. Like when Kale, when she went Berserker Rage and shit, and he was like, he was telling what is it? He was telling Goku was like, be careful, like that might be the Saiyan true form. And Goku was like, whatever. But you know what? I'm gonna say this though to defend Goku. I think he was caught off guard though, thinking that she was that strong. Like I think he was caught off guard because I was watching some other YouTubers that was like, Kale, she went Berserker Rage. I'm like, I think Goku, if he was prepared, I think he would have knocked out of him before him. But he didn't expect, like, I remember he was fighting Khalifa and stuff. He was getting in the way. And I guess, I don't know, maybe he was doing that shit on purpose. Like, he was like, you getting in the way. And then that would cause Kill to that fucking Berserker Rage, Broly transformation. But I think you talk about, I don't know. I think that to me, if somebody would know it, I think Vegeta would know it because he has knowledge of the Saiyans. Because Goku is like naive to like the Saiyan race, like he's naive to it. Like
they both know. They both have extensive experience with Broly. So Kale, is it Kale? Yeah. So Kale going legendary Super Saiyan is not a shock. So I'm trying to figure out, unless they're trying to establish Super as its own identity away from DBZ, which would not make sense at all.
Yeah.
I know they're trying to separate themselves from GT, but I'm trying to figure out like why aren't they taking this shit seriously? Like, why isn't Goku and Vegeta immediately in blue form taking on Kale as legendary Super Saiyan 1?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, because it's like Goku is one of those characters, and I have always said this one thing. I love Goku as a character, but Goku's one of those characters like he can seriously. When he's serious, he gets shit done. But when he started procrastinating, like the recent episode 100, when he was teaching Khalifa about the Super Saiyan forms and shit, and like I think Beers was like, man, knock out the goddamn knock out the damn tournament. Don't give a damn teacher how to power up. Well, she did do Super Saiyan 2 in the other episodes, so I can understand all that, but still, like, he was just fucking around. Like, Goku, like, knock out the damn tournament. Like, your universe is on the line. Was Universe is 9? I think they got knocked out, or Universe 9 they got wiped out. Like, all them and the other guys got knocked out. I'm like, you see shit like that, like, man, you get shit done. You knock them out the tournament, man, because like you fight for the tournament. I know it's called Dragon Ball, so they ain't gonna kill you no way, but still, man, get shit done. And that's why I often say, like, when I look at Broly as a villain, Broly's one of those characters. Broly's one of those characters I fucking love because Broly did get shit done. Like, he didn't talk as much. He didn't beat your exposition and dialogue. He was like, son, Goku, I'm gonna fucking kill this motherfucker. And you know what? He got to the point. And it's like, it took all them damn Saiyans to use all their damn power to beat Broly in the first film. So it's like, to me, that's why I always say Frieza and Broly's my best villains to me in general, because they got shit done. Now, Frieza was a bitch in Resurrection F, especially when Beerus showed up and she was stunned and shit. Like, god damn, what the fuck? But when you talk about Broly though, them villains, like, I always love Broly, bro. They should have made him canon, bro. They should have brought him back to the canon, bro. But I understand it will fuck up the continuity of the anime and shit like that, but still, like, Broly's one of them dudes that got shit done. I like villains, even in comic books. I like villains that get shit done. They don't beat you over the head with exposition and dialogue. They fucking shoot you in the head, call the goddamn day, and move on with their goddamn, like, move with their day. Like, that's how I like villains, man. And and Frieza. Like Frieza, she did some exposition too when in Resurrection F when she was Goku went Super Saiyan Blue and she was shocked and shit. I'm like, you kind of knew. Come on, man. You fought Goku when he first went Super Saiyan. Come on now, you coming to Earth and you know, and this motherfucker done train. You know, Goku always training. So you really think Goku just gonna fucking come inexperienced and come with Lord and be weak, be weaker than he was before? And that's the thing about Frieza. The reason why I say Frieza, I like Frieza, but Frieza's one of those villains that just like she's strong as shit, but she just beat you over here with exposition like. All right, you go to even when the episode when Beerus recruits both Goku and when Beerus tell Goku and Frieza to work together for to fight for Universe 7 for the power to turn him into power. He tells her like, look, it's like you two got to work together, man. And it's like what the fuck, like, and the whole idea like when Goku said he turned his back around, she put him at that destruction bubble. Basically, Goku had to squeeze out of him, and he almost could have died from it. But like. It's like, fam, like get shit done. Stop procrastinating already, you know?
Yeah. I completely forgot Bills, or as we American or the English word Beerus, was a villain too in the first movie. In the Battle of the Gods movie. I don't know, he does way too much exposition or monologuing for my taste. But what do you think? Who do you think is a better fighter, Vegeta or Goku?
I think to me because Vegeta he's pride getting in the way. I think Goku because he's always been. I think Goku. Goku is a way better fighter. But I think when somebody's focused, like Vegeta, because Vegeta monologue a lot of times too, because like when the whole idea of Resurrection F, I go back to Resurrection F when he went Super Saiyan Blue and Frieza, she was out of strength like that, and she was like he could have destroyed her right there. And the whole idea, she was running out of power, and Frieza said, "You know what? I got backup plan. I'm gonna blow this shit up." And then Wheeze or Wise, whatever. I can't say that. I can't say her name. I can't say the person's name if you can't the name right. But when she went reverse the time, he was like, and Goku got the shit done, and Goku was like, and Vegeta was like, it was my turn to do it. He was like, man, you was procrastinating. Get the shit done over with. God damn it, man. Like you can only keep doing this crazy shit. But I think, to me, I think it's a tie between Goku and Vegeta because I think, to me in general, I think Vegeta should be stronger than Goku. Because Vegeta, when he's focused, I remember, I think during the Cell Saga, and like Vegeta, this before Vegeta went Super Saiyan, he was trying to get the Super Saiyan form. He was training on the hotball time trainer. He was training his ass off. So when you look at Goku's one of those fighters that he's always going to train. But Vegeta's more concentrated. When he's training, he's concentrated. He's focused on task at hand. But when you got but when you have somebody like Goku who just like he's good at his job, but he's like, God damn, dude, you making this shit harder. You making it harder than it needs to be, man. God damn it, dude, for real. Like, who do you think is better fighter though?
Vegeta. Both of them do way too much. Do way too much dialoguing. When they're fighting. Vegeta has in Super, he's pretty much cut that out. Well, he's cut it down to a minimum. Both of them has actually. They don't talk nearly as much because, like back at Dragon Ball Z, like they would monologue for an entire episode or dialogue with the villain for like an entire episode. You know, why are you doing this? I do it because I can. Well, it's not right. You got to save the play. And that go on for like an entire episode. They power up. One powers up. They made flat box for like 1 minute, and then they ran back to both of them back in their corners, dialoguing all over again. And that's how you stretch, and that's how you make a 20 episode arc into a 100 episode arc. It is just it's stressful. But I like, but minus Vegeta's cockiness, I think he's a better fighter. He's a smarter trainer. He certainly trains harder than Goku, both in Dragon Ball Z and Super, because Goku was training in a hyperbolic time chamber at 100 times gravity. Vegeta was doing it at 450. Yeah. So I'm asking myself, okay, well, and while yes, this was later on in this in the series, But why isn't Vegeta like closing? Why isn't Vegeta and Goku like the same power level, or Vegeta just under him in the Cell Saga? Like, why can Goku go Super Saiyan level 2 and Vegeta cannot if Vegeta is training harder than Goku? He's certainly training more and he's training harder. So why is that the case? And I really believe it's the writing that they don't want Vegeta to surpass Goku for any substantial amount of time. Goku has to be the hero, not the bad boy.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to see like a like if they ever decide to bring the show back, because I mean, yeah, I mean, because Dragon Ball is popular back. I mean, people talking about Dragon Ball, whatever, because like people are talking about Dragon Ball, but like I feel like when you talk about to me in general, because I always say the same thing. Because like I see Goku when Goku trained, Goku's a real good fighter. When I see people fight, when I see Vegeta, he's training way harder. Like, and I even say that even though I love Goku, Vegeta should be stronger than him because when he's like I'm like doing the Cell Saga, doing the Cell games, no, not Cell games, doing the Android Saga before Cell showed up, he was pushing limits, like he was just testing himself, like God damn. And then you got Vegeta, you got Goku, then you have Goku, he doing this thing. But I think when you talk about when you literally talk about like to me, I think Vegeta should be a better fighter and should be stronger. But like you said before, I think it's the writers, I think it's the creators, and plus fans love Goku, man. I mean, how could you hate Goku? I mean, some people don't like Goku because he's too damn overpowered, but I don't mind overpowered characters as long as they get the shit done and they don't beat you over the head with exposition. Like, god damn it, dude. Like, and that's the thing about me is the fact that like that's one thing I like about like Vegeta and Super. Like Vegeta to me is one of those characters, like he's one of those characters, he don't monologue as much. He gets shit done. Like he try to fucking get the shit done. Like when you look at the episode with Khalifa when Goku's teaching how to fucking go Super Saiyan, I'm like, did you do understand the more powerful to become, the more harder you can knock out the damn ring? Knock out the ring already, man. God damn it, dude. I like Khalifa and everything, but fam, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
But Goku is doing what he's always been doing, is basically trying to get the most out of the fight. And I get that. And he doesn't see Khalifa as the real threat because she's Super Saiyan level 2 and he's at Super Saiyan Blue with, what is it, 20x Kaioken on top of that, if need be. So he doesn't see her as a threat. He just sees it as an opportunity for her to get stronger. Now, and I hate at the end of the episode where Goku comes out behind the rock, like hiya, and like Kale didn't just put those hands on him, and he just comes out all casual, like ain't shit happen. I'm like, all right, we're gonna see what episode 101 brings, but it's getting to a point to where it's like Super Saiyan level 1 has been shitted on, Super Saiyan level 1 Blue has been shitted on. Now, in your chat room, Mayhem 1994 is saying that Goku has not gone full power, even though he's Super Saiyan level Blue. I agree with that. But goddamn, even if 5% Blue still has to be better than Legendary Super Saiyan 1.
Yep. I said the same thing. I was like, dude, because I remember if you go back to Resurrection F Mart, there was like in the Resurrection, Battle of Gods, not Resurrection, but Battle of Gods. Like when you go back to like even when Beerus showed up, he was the villain, and Beerus was like, I want the Super Saiyan God mode, and Goku was like, what the hell is Super Saiyan God? And it was like this being that reaches how many years it takes to become a Super Saiyan God? I forgot what they said in the movie, but like when you go back to that movie, you watch it, Battle of Gods, and then Goku gets his power. I'm like, okay, this man is on the same level. And like when you look at Beerus, like he spent 20%, he used 20% of his damn power, so he's still going strong. And it's like, okay, like Super Saiyan God mode, if this power is supposed to be God level, I'm talking about Goku's down there. I'm not saying he ain't past Beerus yet, because Beerus still stronger than Goku. But like I forgot what episode of Dragon Ball Super, Whis had said something to he had said something to Beerus, like if Goku and Vegeta put their minds together and work together and they fuse and they actually they said they can give Beerus a run for his money, because especially with Goku being Super Saiyan Blue and then you got Vegeta who was Super Saiyan Blue, and if they fuse, I'm a firm believer of that. I'm a firm believer of Goku and Vegeta. If they put if like, I mean, I like that. I like the rivalry between those two because it gives the viewer a character to root for, like who cares you support more. But I feel like to me in general, I think Super Saiyan Blue. Like when I look at Super Saiyan Blue, I'm thinking you're on the god level. I mean, you're past Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3. Well, 4 don't count because GT's non-canon. But like when you look at those levels, like Super Saiyan 3 ain't shit compared to goddamn Blue, right? Blue, I think God level, which is why I like the fucking, which is why you know what? And it's funny because I tell you flat out, MU when they did Super Saiyan God mode and Battles of Gods, I thought that shit sounded dumb as fuck, and I actually like it now. Like Super Saiyan God mode, I think this shit grew on me. I kind of liked it. I was like, oh man, this shit kind of brought my interest back into the show. But like, I don't know. I think to me in general, I think Super Saiyan Blue. I think Goku should wiped out there and then. He should wiped out Kale with Super Saiyan 1 Blue. I'm sorry, man. But I'm going back to what Mayhem was saying. Yes, I think Goku was holding back, and I think when people was reviewing that episode, it was like, oh, why Goku Super Saiyan Blue? He should be doing it. But like I said before, I think he's saving all his energy for Jiren because Jiren is going to be goddamn Jiren. I think Jiren's going to be the one big guy that's going to give him a hard time though. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. I forgot my thought.
Shit, I forgot mine too. Yeah, I just went blank. Go ahead.
Yeah. But what I was saying before, I think that I don't know. I think to me, Super Saiyan Blue is God level. I mean, that's God level power. And if a legendary Super Saiyan one Super Saiyan form can wipe it off, you can wipe that off. I don't know, man. I don't think Goku really gonna need to damn power up. Something gonna happen. Something bad really gonna have to happen for him to power up. Because to me, I think that Goku was strong, but man, what Jiren did to damn KO, bro. I'm sorry, man. That motherfucker was savage, man. He was savage the whole time. Like, goddamn, he just stood there like he just put in there and knocked out of a form. I'm like, Goku, if you can do this to legendary Super Saiyan, just imagine what we can do to you in blue form. So like. I think that to me, if it really all depends. It all depends,
I think they are watering down Blue for the new transformation.
Yeah.
Because Super Saiyan God Red in Battle of the Gods was like there was nothing more powerful, right?
Yeah.
So now. Except for the destruction of God, and then there's Blue, with Kaioken times 20, or was it 100? I don't remember. But now, everyone's gearing up for this new transformation. So I think they have to make it weaker than what it is, in my opinion, to make the new transformation that much cooler.
Mm-hmm. Do you think the way because I'm watching Dragon Ball Super from the beginning to the end, and they talking about Super Saiyan Blue. Do you think this new transformation Goku is gonna be different? You think it's gonna be stronger than Blue? Is he's gonna surpass it and he's gonna be on the same level as Beerus, or he's just gonna be on the same level he is now?
With the new transformation?
Yeah, with the new transformation.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm trying to figure out, with this new transformation, this mortal that cannot be beaten by the destruction of gods, which is probably going to be like a final boss kind of a thing. He comes out of like a secret weapon for one of the universes. Mm-hmm. What is this Super Saiyan Berserker? I've never heard of that phrase before. Is that like the new term for legendary Super Saiyan?
Yeah, Berserker Rage. It was I think that was the name of the episode called Berserker Rage. I think when she goes Berserker Rage. So yeah, because that's what Broly did in the original movie. When Goku when he fought Goku, Goten, Trunks, and Piccolo and Gohan in the first movie. So but I don't know. That's weird. That is weird though.
Because I don't know why they would rebrand it if it's the exact same transformation.
Yeah, that is weird. That is super weird. But like that's the thing. That's the thing I really find interesting about Super Saiyan Blue. I hope this new transformation is actually powerful and strong enough because for me, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm one of those people. I know some people hate the Super Saiyan Blue form. I have a friend of mine, he's a big DBZ head. Me and him starting to talk about Dragon Ball Z again. He's like, I hate Super Saiyan Blue. It looks utterly ridiculous. But to me, for me, I like it because it's something new, it's fresh and new, and it's a different power level. Because it grew on me though, because I didn't like Super Saiyan. I ain't gonna lie to you. When Super Saiyan God mode, when I saw it in Battle with Gods, I hated that. They red aura around them. I was like, they make no doing sense. This is damn stupid. When they get Super Saiyan Blue though, I was like, okay, that shit dope. I like it, which is why I made that my avatar with Bardock. You know, that is dope. Like, I want you one question though, man. This is a question I want to ask. This question: do you think Bardock should become like? Do you think Bardock should come Dragon Ball Super and just keep him dead, or just keep it what it is?
Is he dead though?
I don't know. Is he dead? That's the question.
I don't. At the end of the movie, I don't. He doesn't die. He survives, but we don't really hear anything. At least I don't remember hearing anything else about him after that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, if they was to bring him back, he's at Super Saiyan level 1. They can't see, and they can't fast forward him to Super Saiyan level Blue. They can't do that. No way. Unless they're gonna somehow he was training in some place where he can accelerate just as fast as Goku and Vegeta training in the hyperbolic time chamber. That would be a very hard sell. Bardock is not from a different universe, so they can't sell the whole different universe superior Saiyan race crap. So like what would Bardock, what would be his place in Super if they were to bring him back?
Yeah. To me, in general, I always said this one of my very underrated characters in Dragon Ball to me is Bardock. Because I like the Bardock, dude. Like, Bardock is one of my favorite, besides Trump, Goku, and Gohan, and Vegeta, and Piccolo, and whatever. Like, I love Bardock, bro. Bardock is one of my favorite. I love that animated movie, bro. When he fucking beat the shit out of Frieza and shit, and he wiped out Frieza in the army, I was like, hell yeah, bro. And I always wanted, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it's me, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to see Bardock, and I wanted to see Goku interact with his dad. Because, to me, I don't know my else. To me, I would fucking love that shit, bro. If they brought Bardock and they found some crazy way to bring him back in Super, and he comes back alive, and Goku finds out that Bardock is his dad, bro. I can't imagine what that be like, father and son training. That would be some dope shit to me.
How do you see that dialogue going?
I don't know. That would be interesting though. And
like,
what
would they even talk about?
Yeah, that would be interesting though. That's what I'm saying. It's in the dialogue. Like what they're gonna say to each other. Like that will be interesting to me. That will be highly interesting.
Do Bardock even know he has a son? Does he know that his son is Goku? Does he know his son is even on Earth? Does he know? I don't know. It's a lot of questions that has to be answered. So if they're going to put that into an episode, well, that's not going to be able to happen in the episode, or at least one that's not going to make any sense. But maybe a movie. I don't know what the theme will be around the movie to where Goku and what the fuck is his name again?
Bardock.
Bardock would meet. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how you would write that out. I don't know how they would meet. I don't know how they would even know that they're father and son. I don't even know what they would even talk about. Because then in that movie, didn't Bardock start off as kind of an anti-hero? Like he went to this planet and
he worked for Frieza. Yeah, worked for Frieza. He was working for Frieza at first. I think that I gotta watch.
No, not Frieza. Well, like Frieza, was that like Frieza's cousin or something like that?
Yeah, I think he was. He was a member of the crew one time, and then he just for some reason he just became good. So like, here's the thing. I think that can be a story arc right there. So when you build up to it, so when they find out their father and son, it's like a heart moment. You be like, holy shit, it's a good build up. But if you just sit there and flat out say, yo, I'm your son and you're my father, and it's like, what? I'm your father, you're my son, I'm your son. It's like, yeah, you got to build up to this shit. You just can't rush into that shit like that, you know?
Yeah. Mayhem 1994 says keep Bardock dead. I don't know. I don't. Did he die? How did he
I don't.
die if he died? I don't, because I don't think he died in that movie. He went Super Saiyan and he killed Frieza's relative, and I don't know. I have to watch it again. I don't remember. It's been a while. So
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like for me, I think that definitely Kale is emo.
yeah, Kale is emo.
Yeah,
All she does is she
yeah.
sits there and she whines about how she I hate her voice. It's like, oh, like why? Like no, like Broly is heartless. Like he's like really heartless. Like he has like a 3-word vocabulary: Kakarot, die, kill, and that's about it. And and it's just that's why people love him. He doesn't waste time talking shit.
And it's funny because the reason what pissed me off about episode 100, even though I thoroughly enjoyed it for what it was, when the whole entire time when Goku was like, saying you get in the goddamn way, and the only reason why she went berserker was because he was fighting with Khalifa and shit.
Oh
And
yeah, please don't let her catch you flirting with her girlfriend. Oh my god,
I'm like,
that
what the
brings out
fuck?
the worst.
I'm like, God damn, dude. And it's like, you know what? Even though I'm like, Jerry, he's a cocky asshole. I'm like, you know what, Jerry? I'm glad you knocked out that berserker from because that was some bullshit, man. It's like all the time when Khalifa was trying to get it to transform. Like, it's like, at least one thing I can say with Khalifa, at least she's useful, right? At least she can fight her own. Kel, she froze a goddamn toothpick, bruh. Like the whole idea when she's getting her ass beat by the 2 fucking fighters from I forget what universe it was. One was holding them and they kept punching her in the gut and shit. And then Khalifa the shot of him, like, God damn, dude, what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, even Broly, well, Broly did go Super Saiyan level 1 before he went legendary.
Yeah.
So
he wasn't strong. He wasn't strong Super Saiyan level.
He was not. He was not strong at all. He was actually kind of.
He was a weakling. He was weak as fuck though. Like he was hell though. He was weak though compared to what he was when he went legendary. I'm like, God damn, because when he went legendary, he wiped man. He was mopping the floor with them boys, man. God damn, dude.
I think I think that's actually, well, in my opinion, I still love the John Number movie, but like it's the John Number movie, and like Broly, the Legend of the Super Saiyan, whatever it's called, the very first movie with Broly. Those are like the best 2 Dragon Ball Z movies. And I think the reason why Broly love people, I think why people love Broly is because it speaks to like kind of like our dark side. Like, I'm gonna get this done. I'm not gonna mince words with you. I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm not gonna haha and kiki it. We're not gonna chat. I'm not gonna give you a chance to talk shit. Whatever you throw at me, I'm gonna go through it. And you're gonna have to kill me, or I'm gonna kill you, or rather, I'm gonna kill you, or you're gonna have to kill me. That's why I think people love Broly, because it's like what they say about Terminators, right? You can't reason with it. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. You got to kill him, or he's gonna kill you, and it really is that simple.
Yep. That's what I like. And that's what I like about Broly, man. That's what I'm saying. Broly's one of those villains, man. And I got so fucking mad. They should make him canon, bro. Like if they make him a main villain for like a main saga, like they take they make him a main villain, bring him back. And to me, that's what I'm trying to say. Out of all the villains they could have brought back, they should have brought back Broly and fucking Dragon Ball Super, bro. I would fucking love that shit, bro. I love Broly, dude. Like people fucking don't like Broly. I know people. I like Broly because he gets shit done, bro. When he came off and whoop the shit out of these people, I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Broly remind me of that dude, like that one dude. He don't talk shit. He that one quiet dude at the bar, and you fuck with him and piss him off enough, he'll whoop your motherfucking ass. Like, dude, like, nah, man. Broly get shit done, man. That's why I like him. But that's what I'm saying. Like to me, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's the reason why my only knock against Frieza. That Frieza, she's strong, but she gets the fucking like I remember when she fucking fought Goku in Resurrection F. And she's sitting there and she's talking all the shit. She's like, "Oh yeah, I got my power. I got 1 million power. I got my what's a power level?"
That's too much. I don't think they talked about power levels in I think they stopped talking about power levels in Dragon Ball Super, which is kind of confusing. It just adds to the confusion when you start comparing numbers and stuff like that. But Frieza could get more powerful just thinking. So why not just think all day if you hate Goku and Vegeta that much?
But do you think she would get so strong that she could kill Goku though? Because I mean, come on now. I mean, that episode was some bullshit to me. Because it's like my thing is like this is my only problem with Dragon Ball Super, and I have always said this about Dragon Ball Super. And I will give the original anime this question. I will get original anime credit. Is that like when you look at? I remember when they was fighting on top of the what was that place called that was over Earth? I forgot it, man. Damn it, I forgot it, man. When it was
shit. I know what you're talking about. Where Dende is at.
Yeah, where Dende is at. Yeah, where Dende is at. And they was talking about basically it was Goten. I think it was Goten. It was Goten and Trunks that had fused into Gotenks. And then Goku went Super Saiyan 3. And he's sitting there, he's showing Goku, like Goku showing him he's showing him all the transformations and stuff. And they went Super Saiyan 3. I was like, okay, I can kind of understand it. They trained it. They've been Saiyans. They are breed Saiyans. They blood Saiyans by Saiyans by blood. And it's like when I look at Dragon Ball Super from Frieza to Khalifa to Kale, it's like these transformations that is given to them, and there's really no story arc to it. Like when here's the thing, some of these characters, like I love Goku Black, bro. Goku Black is one of my favorite characters. Like I can kind of understand where they're coming from with that character a little bit. But when Khalifa went Super Saiyan 2, I said, look, Khalifa, the character's growing on me, but like, come on, man. That was some bullshit. When Kale went fucking because she got mad because Goku was taking on time with fucking Khalifa and shit, and she went berserker raid. I'm like, that's some bullshit, bro. Like, you come on, man. You just can't. You gotta build up to this type of shit. Like, or Kaba when he went Super Saiyan. Like, I'm like, come on, man. Y'all just giving this shit out, man. It's like fucking Dragon Balls, man. It's like just giving that shit out. Just be giving that shit out. Like, at least explain it to me. Like, I understand it was like a Universe 6, I think is I don't know which universe is Khalifa.
I'm pretty sure it's 6. If I'm not mistaken.
I think it's 6. I think it is 6. And it's like they pass that shit out, like they're just passing it out. Like, man, come on, man. Like they just giving that shit out to be giving it out. Like even Kaba to a point where it's like, here's the thing. But I didn't mind Kaba because it seems like okay, whatever. Like I actually got like pictures of like Kaba in the Super Saiyan 3 form, and it's like what kind of cool. But I was like, I don't know, and that's what I say I can respect about the original manga is that it actually people train like Goku when Vegeta in the Android saga, he trained to be that Super Saiyan form. He trained, like I mean, he literally trained his ass off. But when you look at Dragon Ball Super, it's like they forgetting all that. They're forgetting the rules. Not the rules. It said the things they set in the original manga, and they put it in there and said, "Well, we're just gonna give it all out." And it's like if anybody can go Super Saiyan, then you know what I'm saying? Why not Fidel or why not Pan? Well, Pan don't exist in Dragon Ball Super because Dragon Ball GT don't exist.
Yes, she does. She exists in Super. She's just a baby.
Oh, she's a baby. But yeah. It's like still like my thing is like my point is like why don't this like why like you know what I'm saying? Why not have an arc built around these characters to show like these characters doing what they are? Like if like I won't have no problem with Khalifa with Super Saiyan 2 if she learned it, like she actually trained and she did it like one of my favorite arcs of all time was Trunks when Gohan is I think it was Future Trunks and it was a Cell saga where Cell was around, Goku did not exist, Gohan was the only person around, he had his arm cut off and shit, and Gohan was teaching him how to go Super Saiyan, and he would go Super Saiyan. I think it was top of a mountain somewhere. His hair was changing to yellow, and it just like going gold, and it just he couldn't do it. But as soon as Gohan got killed, he took out Android 17, 18, and then he took out Cell. And the future Trunks saga, and then that's when he traveled to the present time period to warn them about the Cell thing. It's like it's shit like that. It's like movies like it's like a Trunks movie is what I admire about like the power levels, and that's why I think power levels are important to me in Dragon Ball, because it's like when you watch it, like, oh man, this is kind of cool. This is like whatever. But and that's my only problem with Super is like they keep giving power levels that just make no goddamn sense of like what the fuck.
Let me play devil's advocate, okay? Because it's something I just thought about. What if they're doing this, and I'll ask this to mortify John Kramer and Mayhem in the chat. What if they're fast forwarding the Super Saiyan track for these other characters in a different universe, so we don't have another long, drawn out process. Because
It
you know
makes
the
sense.
path to a Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3, that takes a couple of hundred episodes.
Yeah, true. That is true. Make true.
But I do think the pacing is still awful. Doing it in within one, like
Yeah.
let's go from 100 to one. Like let's make it at least. I don't know. Again, I don't know how the writing will go, because you pretty much would have to have a focus on the characters in that universe, and I know that the show is not about them, and I know that they just had that one episode. I don't know. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. So they did dedicate that one episode to Cowboy and Khalifa and Kale, and I know the show isn't about them, but they are saying they've established that they are Saiyans, and I get that they have to be Super Saiyan to be relevant in this tournament, at least against the Gohans, the Piccolos. That's probably stronger than Super Saiyan at this point. To compete against the Tians, which is maybe stronger than Super Saiyan, probably not. So I get it, but I still think it's too fast. But I get why they did it.
Yeah, it makes sense. But the thing is, like, for me, even like they talking about, I think it was they talking about Gohan getting the power up in the power tournament, the tournament of power. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like for me, it's like with Gohan makes sense because I love Gohan. Gohan's one of my favorite characters. I mean, even though he was always a bitch to me, in my opinion. That besides Cell Saga, he was always a bitch to me in the whole thing of being a damn scholar. I always had a problem with that shit, bro. I'm like, man, and I have always said before, and I know some people may disagree with me, but Gohan should be just as strong as his dad, man. For me, I don't want Gohan to be Super Saiyan Blue because I feel like I like it when Vegeta and Goku has the Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue. Keep it that way. I hope it stays that way. But knowing Dragon Ball Super, they're gonna fuck it up eventually. But it's like for me, like I always felt Gohan should be stronger than his dad. That's always been me in general because
I still disagree with that. But go ahead.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody has a different opinion on it, though. Like some people may disagree with it. Like, oh, I think like no, I disagree with that. Like,
All right, so let me ask you. Looking at the movies, and since since Goku and Vegeta clearly has no idea what Legendary Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan Berserk, I guess is the new catchphrase for it. Do you think that the movies run in a different but parallel universe than the series?
Yeah. And maybe that's why I don't make them. Maybe that's why they don't make them canon because it's just like it'd be too convoluted. It's like a script, and it's like the script is good, but it's got too much shit going on. Oh, so and so does this. Like I think it is, and I think it's like an alternate universe. I consider the movies an alternate universe, like because like BoJack, and you got BoJack, you got Broly, you got Cooler. You got what's the guy name? Damn it, I keep forgetting that guy name. They fought when Vegeta and Goku was there, and they fused to beat them eventually. Whatever.
Shit. I forgot.
Yeah, but like I think the movies are like an alternate time, like alternate take on DBZ. But here's the thing, though. Even I said this. I think some of the movie villains are some of the best villains, though. Really, like besides Cooler bitch ass, fuck him. But like I like Broly, dude. Broly's my favorite dude. I don't know what the fuck it is, but they do. He gets shit done, man. He's always my favorite, and I have always been upset at them. Like, yo, they need to make Broly a main villain, dog. Like, bring Broly back super, because man, I mean,
he would have to be wished back, and who the hell is going to wish him back? Because the people that know who Broly is, they're never in a billion years wishing him back.
Yeah.
I have another thing about the movies is that they reference the series quite often, but the series I can't remember once where the series referenced the movies.
Yeah,
I really can't think of once.
Yeah,
I also think Black would have been better as a movie character instead of
yeah,
a series character.
yeah.
Just make that as a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah. But and the one thing about Black though, I think Black will make a phenomenal villain because I remember when Goku went with Super Saiyan Blue against him, and Black was whooping his ass, bro. I'm like, God damn, man. And when he killed Chi Chi and Goten, I'm like, bruh, this motherfucker here is savage, man. This motherfucker don't give a flying fuck. God damn, it's and that's what I'm saying. Like for me, is I have no problem with them. Like for like some of the villains, like here's the thing, like. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I like about Dragon Ball Super from some of these new characters. Like you get Khalifa, Kale. She's a fucking Kale Hunt and that bullshit Berserker Rage bullshit. But I like Hit. I like Hit. I think Hit, but I think Hit's an anti-hero. I don't know because I don't know what he does on his off time. But whatever. Frieza and whatever, man. She just there. She just there. She cool, whatever. But she just like, nah, man. And I'm one of those people like I'm fucking. When she got killed in Resurrection F again, they should just kept her dead. I'm like, you should just kept that bitch dead and brought Broly back. To me, my opinion, because Broly's a savage motherfucker that just get shit done, man. And I like villains that get to the point and just fucking put a bullet in your head and call it a goddamn day. Compared just, I'm just gonna monologue with you and just talk about how power levels and shit like that. And that's why even like and talk about one of my favorite villains, my favorite, and why because I actually got the Cell Saga. I'm actually watching this. I'm watching the Android and the Cell Saga again over and again. I have like all the DB mangas episode, like different mangas, whatever, and like watching Cell again. Cell monologue too, goddammit. His ass was monologuing with Gohan, trying to convince him that he was sending his little minions to beat up fucking Gohan friends and shit, trying to, power up. I'm like, dude, it's like motherfucking Gohan, wipe this motherfucker out already. This motherfucker just monologuing with you. What the fuck? Like, and that's the problem I have with even with some of the original mangas. Like some of these villains that just monologue too much. Like, get shit done. Like Cell, like when he came back after fucking Gohan after Gohan blew him up and he came right back and it was like holy shit and they fucking friends like oh shit Cell regenerated and shit like that. But like that's my problem. That's my little problem with some of the DBZ fans and that's why I like the fucking movie villains because with the movie villains and I agree with you, Emmy, to that point that like the movie villains they got shit done, man. You may not like because like the third bro movie when he was a clone and shit, that shit was ass, bro. Yeah. I'm sorry, that shit was ass, bro. I love Broly and shit. When you cloning motherfuckers now, I'm like, DBZ, you lost your goddamn mind now. I understand this anime and shit, but man, y'all motherfucker, y'all toss logic out the window. But that's some bullshit. Like, come on, man. How you can clone a legendary Super Saiyan, bro? I'm sorry, bro. That was some bullshit, bro. But like. I agree with you. I think some of the best movie villains was the movie villains because I like Goku Black. Hit. You don't know if you can consider him a villain. Frieza, she was cool and doing dynamic out and Resurrection F, but Super, I'm just fucking tired of Frieza, man. I hope somebody just fucking kills her and just keep that bitch dead, bro. I can't stand that bitch. Her and Cooler, they deserve to be in hell. Goddamn it, fuck that shit. But like. I don't know. It's like even cooler to me. Just keep him dead too, because I can't stand that asshole, man. But that's how I fucking feel about that type of shit. Because I feel like some of the movie villains are the best villains because like you can kind of keep it and focus on what it is compared to a series where it's like even Majin Buu before he became Kid Buu and shit. He would monologue with he would monologue talking about he just takes people out monologue with him. I'm like fucking Vegito, take this motherfucker out already. God damn, stop monologuing already, man.
You gotta stretch it out.
Yeah. Like goddamn, like I understand you gotta make this shit work, but nigga, but goddamn, get to the goddamn point.
Let me ask you about Gohan and his fight against Cell. So from a writing perspective, thinking about it now, it could be like character development, his conflict about wanting to be kind of like a killer because he's never been in that position before to where he's front and center and his dad is effectively pushing him out of his comfort zone. And now the whole weight of the world is on him. And now he's hesitant. He doesn't want to go there. He doesn't know what to do. All of that stuff. What do you think about that?
I mean, that's a good character arc. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't hate the saga. I just feel like Gohan, and it goes back to Chi-Chi. What I was saying before, Chi-Chi always raising that, and that's the reason why I always had a problem with Chi-Chi. Even though I understand Chi-Chi from a perspective where she was a better fighter when she met Goku. Was she just a fighter before she met Goku? Was she a fighter?
I believe so, if I remember correctly from Dragon.
Yeah. I had to watch this shit again because I got like original memory behind it. But like when you talk about Chi-Chi, like she always raised Gohan to be the scholar. And I understand, and I kind of liked it that perspective where she tried. He could have been a great fighter, but he always wanted to be a scholar. And I think that's a good character development wise. When I look at Gohan, and I've always said this about Gohan, Gohan could be on the same level of Goku and Vegeta. It's just that his character development throughout those mangas, whether it was the Namek Sama, when Vegeta was evil, and you had Nappa, you had Raditz, and then you had the Namek saga. It's like Gohan always to me could have. Gohan was one of those characters that have true potential, but like his character development, I guess the writers and I guess the people don't want to do it. And it's like I feel like the same thing with Gohan. It goes the same thing, goes back the same thing with Vegeta, is that people don't want to have Gohan be on the same level as Goku because Goku wants to be the superhero. It's like you got the one strong member of the team that he's known to do the hero to finish the job, and then you got the other characters who could be just as strong, but the writing says, you know what, we can't have this character be strong because reasons, whatever, because it's writing. But I feel like, and I have always stated and I have always said it before about like with Goku and Gohan, like Gohan to me should be strong, but you know the writing won't call for it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What else did I? God damn it! I just forgot it. God, it was another writing question, but I forgot. But go ahead with what you was gonna say.
Yeah, but I think when I think about what you were saying before, like I'm looking at it from your perspective, like how Super Saiyan, how they just giving out Super Saiyan to these Saiyans because they ain't got 20, 30 episodes to drag it out of this person getting this transformation and stuff like that. But it's like they're doing the same thing with Goku, right? They say Super Saiyan Blue is the strongest form, but you got Kale wiping out walking through a Kamehameha wave. Like, come on, fam. Like Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan Level 1 Blue can't be that strong if she walking through this shit. So it's like, yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like the build up is like, if that's the case, then if we giving out Super Saiyans like that, then we just give Goku the truest form. Or you gotta wait for some sad shit to happen. But that's one thing I do like about Dragon Ball Z is that when characters do get upset, like when I remember it was what was the episode? What episode was it? It was Beerus, when Beerus had showed up, and and this is when Beerus had showed up and he was looking for Super Saiyan God, and Vegeta went Super Saiyan 1. And he was going toe to toe with Beerus because he was getting upset and shit because he did something to Bulma, and he was fucking wrecking Beerus, and Beerus fucked him up eventually. But still, like you know what I'm talking about. You see that movie, right? And when Beerus did something to Bulma and he just fucking snapped.
Yeah, he pimped under.
Yeah. Like, so what I'm saying is like that's what I'm saying. Like the power was up. If that's the case, then it's like, all right, something really got to happen for Goku to power up. Because to me, in general, it's like but getting to the point. What I'm saying is like these episodes, and I say this for Dragon Ball Super. At least they getting to the point. At least they ain't dragging this shit out. They ain't trying to. They ain't monologuing 2 damn seconds. But like that's the only thing about my own complaints about episode 100 Dragon Ball Super is like there was so much monologuing in that episode. It was some fights. And some episodes, like, God damn it, dude! It's like y'all falling into the same old trap again. What the hell?
What do you think about Hit and Jiren almost fighting, and then Hit catching Kale, and then scurrying off?
I don't know, man. It's like a bitch move to me. It's like he was scared, personally.
It was right at the end, and then Goku comes out behind the rock. Hi, you guys.
Acting like he never got his ass whooped.
Yeah, like nothing just happened. Come out there smiling. I think the reason why people like Vegeta more than Goku is probably the reason why people love Broly. Like Goku smiled too damn much. It's kind of like the reason why people love Jet Li over Jackie Chan, because Jackie Chan smiled too much. He always ha and kiki and then Jet Li he rarely smiles and he's just trying to get shit done. He ain't gonna sit done.
I was watching Return of Dragon the other day with Jet Li, bro. Jet Li didn't fuck around, bro. He beat shot people, bro. Like Return of Dragon, man, he was whooping people's ass, bro. I got in mind Jet Li. Jet Li got shit done. Jackie Chan was one of the people like great fighter and shit. Like when you watch him the Rush Hour movie and shit. Like he was fighting, what's the dude name? Don Cheadle and shit in the fucking Chinese restaurant. He's fighting his ass. They fighting and shit. So it's like, yeah, but it's like I often say, like that's the thing about like with Vegeta. That's one thing. That's what I'm saying. I'm starting to notice that more. Because the older I get, now that I'm older, I watch Dragon Ball Z from a different perspective. Because I'm older and starting to see the flaws in it. But Goku is like, I love Goku. It's just like, man, fam, like if Goku really put his mind to it, I think Goku could surpass Beerus, man. But I think that it's that fighter's pride. Like I'm push this motherfucker to the limits. I don't test this motherfucker till I can't test it no more, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just reading what Mayhem was saying. It's like Super Saiyan Blue isn't watered down because in the intro he was giving Jiren a run for his money. I'm like, well, maybe. But again, I'm thinking about like past Dragon Ball Z episodes where the weaker character, they're battling like the stronger character, like as if they was on even par. But like when the stronger character gets serious, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So we don't know if Super Saiyan level Blue at full power can compete with Jiren. If that was the case, I would say, then why would there need to be a different transformation?
Yeah.
So we don't have any reason that Jiren has like an extra level. We know he's not Saiyan, so we have no reason that there's another level. It's just him.
Yeah. But do you think I mean, come on, man. Like, do you think Jiren is a villain though? Because the way he act and the thing, it seemed like to me, because I know the Proud Troopers are supposed to be good guys, but
yeah,
it's like the Proud Troopers seem evil to me though. They seem evil to me though.
Yeah, they're good guys, and
yeah,
for what I've seen, they're the strongest. Pardon me, they're the strongest in their universe. Mm-hmm. Jiren is obviously the leader. He does. I don't think he's made any faces yet outside of the intro. He doesn't get rattled easily. He acts like he's a very strong character. I actually like his character, even though he hasn't really said much. I don't see him as a villain. No, it's just since I forgot what is the other guy's name. That's the second strongest, the fat one with the mustache.
I forgot his name too. I forgot his name.
That Goku is evil or represents evil. So Jiren probably has that in his mind, even though they are in a tournament and they're supposed to win for their universe's sake. I don't see him as a villain, but Goku. Well, I don't think Goku would see him as a villain either. I think he's just gonna go all out. But yeah.
I mean, but the thing, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where it's like the Pride Troopers some arrogant assholes, bro. Them dudes arrogant as fuck, dude. I was watching the episode. I'm like, they just standing around here like this shit don't even faze them at all. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, them dudes are arrogant, bro. Like I never seen, because I mean, I thought Goku and Vegeta was kind of arrogant because they got the pride, they whatever. Like Jiren, just the whole entire time when Kale went Berserker and shit, she was going on the dude. She was like going ham on Goku. He's sitting there looking at her like, he's sitting there looking at this shit like, man, I don't give a fuck. He just, I got this, and he just threw up in there. I'm like, you know what, man? Like, and maybe it's me in general, and maybe it's me. I know some people want to see the Goku. I really want to see that fight now, because I want to see a fight between Goku and Jiren, because I want to see who will win that shit there. Because if Goku get this power up, like, here's the thing: if Goku get that power up, and that whole, I don't know, I'll Goku get a good power up though, because I want to see him beat up Jiren, because Jiren is a little arrogant asshole, man. He arrogant as hell, fam.
Here's another question: since that they Goku did say in the beginning of the tournament that going blue does use up a lot of stamina, but back in Resurrection F, he said the same thing to Golden Frieza, that your power, you haven't mastered your power because you use up a lot of stamina, and that's why you haven't been able to hold it for very long. And this was brought up again when he brought Frieza back from hell, and Frieza says that his stamina, he's pretty much mastered his stamina, so that's no longer an issue. That is implying that Goku has control over his stamina with Super Saiyan level blue.
Yeah.
Because in that movie, there was, again, I don't want to say movie time to their real time, but we have no reason to think that Goku and Vegeta doesn't have control, or rather, stamina is taxing to Super Saiyan level blue in that movie at all.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to understand like why they're just bringing this up now in episode, let's say 98, 97, why that's an issue now, when they didn't even reference that earlier, or at least that I can't remember.
Yeah, cause I was saying the same thing when Frieza got tired of Resurrection of F, and she was tired and basically the power level, and she lost control of the power, and Goku was still in his blue form. Like I'm pretty sure he was draining energy, but he was still in his blue form, still doing what he needed to do, and then he let Vegeta take over, and then Frieza ended up blowing the planet up. But like, I was saying the same thing. It's like, all right, so you mean tell me, so Goku, like, cause I was watching Wheeze when he said that. He was like, it's like he said I think in the beginning of the Power Tournament when the teams were showing up on a platform, and it was like, it said, yeah, the blue form takes up a lot of stamina. But when I see Goku go switch in and out of blue, I'm like, it seems like he don't seem tired to me, because it's like, so does he have control of the power?
Right, just like in that the tournament before. They mentioned nothing of Super Saiyan level blue being the stamina being taxing at all. I can't remember. Not against Black, not against Frieza. Now when they're training, not in the first tournament, they're just now bringing it up. So I'm trying to understand like why. I do understand, right? Because as Mayhem 94 said, it would be no fun if Goku and Vegeta could just, one shot like 95% of the field. How fun would that be from the standpoint of the show? Yeah, so sure. they have to create some sort of conflict to where they can't go all out, at least not in the beginning. What do you think is going to happen in episode 101?
To me in general, I think Goku's gonna get the hands up on Jiren, and Jiren gonna start giving Goku run for his money. I think it's gonna start off is Goku will get the upper hand. Jiren gonna be surprised that Jiren is this cocky guy. Jiren is very arrogant, so he's thinking, well, Goku's not the strongest person, and Goku's giving him a run for his money. And then Jiren powers up, and he does a power up that catches Goku off guard, and then it goes from there. But I think it's gonna be. I can't wait for this episode tonight at 8 o'clock, because I want to see it, because I want to see how Jiren and Goku's gonna fight, because I want to see this fight, because who's gonna win? Because this is a really good fight to me, like, because like Goku's kind of confident. Jiren's confident, so it's like who's gonna overpower each other? Who's gonna overpower each other, the other person? Like, who's gonna overpower?
Right. I think I'm referencing like the old Dragon Ball Z episodes. I think they scuffle or slap box for about 5 minutes, and then some other villains from different universes will jump into their fight. They split off into fighting whoever villains interrupt the fight, and we're left in suspense.
Yeah,
I didn't see like the preview for the next episode, so maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know.
You think do you think any members of in the upcoming episode, do you think anybody from Universe 7 get knocked out? Because we have not seen Gohan fight yet, we haven't seen Piccolo fight yet, we've seen Master Roshi. Krillin got knocked out. We still got Android 17 and 18 in the ring. And Frieza, I don't know what she up to. She probably doing some shady shit, but like, who do you like? Who do you think anybody from Universe 7 get knocked out?
Man, they stay shitting on Krillin, but Krillin's been getting shitting on since Dragon Ball, dude. It's like, come on, man. But I do think, I predict, and this is just random prediction. 17 and 18 take on Topo, which is the name of the fat second in command character. Maybe he eliminates both of them. Maybe he eliminates one. I don't know. If I had to guess, I don't see Master Roshi breaking off. I don't see Tien or Piccolo breaking off. They have the little formation. I don't see that breaking off unless a more powerful character comes and breaks them up. But I do think someone is getting eliminated. I just think it'll probably be 17 and 18 from Topo.
Yeah. Do they ever get tired? They are androids. They never get tired. They are androids. They never get it.
They cannot establish any sort of narrative that androids get tired. Now they said they have said back in the Android saga that androids don't have a power level, but I don't think that they established back then that androids get stronger either. But now in Super, they can get stronger. And again, apparently 17 is just as strong as Super, as strong as Blue, level 1. Okay. He's on an island protecting animals. You know, he's training his ass off to be as good as Goku for whatever reason. But okay, we'll buy that. But what was your question?
Yeah, but I think do you think we'll get a Gohan centric episode since we got Goku and Vegeta focusing on them? A Gohan episode?
Well, we did kind of have a Gohan episode when he was training. We're training with Krillin and training with Piccolo and stuff like that. That's about as close as we're gonna get. At this point, no, because it really is about the Tournament of Power and highlighting Goku versus Jiren. I don't see where Gohan, like even a half of episode, could even be dedicated to Gohan. I don't think people would even like that. It's like, why are we even dedicating more than 5 minutes to Gohan? Like, what are they really doing? They're not really doing anything but taking a defensive stance. They're not going out and taking out other characters. Characters are coming to them and they're beating them. So if we're going to write an episode dedicated to that, where do we go from there and why?
Yeah, true. That is true.
So
that is true. Who
do you think is did I already ask you who do you think is getting eliminated?
I think Android 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Because I watched some of the preview. I think definitely somebody they gonna get knocked out because they get a little. Android 17 is kind of cocky too, man. Like he like, man, we never get tired. It's like, okay, shoot, what the hell, you know? It all depends. Like I said before, it all depends. It all really depends on what goes on. But I don't know. I think, to me, I'm surprised 10 to get knocked out yet. 10 and not get.
He ain't going nowhere. He's not leaving Gohan's side. He knows that him and Master Roshi are the weakest in a bunch.
Yeah.
If they separate from the group, they're eliminated.
Well, at least they didn't bring Yamcha.
Oh my god! Another canon character. I actually like Tien over Yamcha. Yamcha just plays baseball and fucks around.
I actually like Tien though. I like Tien though. Even when they bitched him out in the series though.
Yeah, what he used to sleep with Bulma. That's his thing, and he's really good at baseball. That's about it. Like, oh my god. Mayhem says, I think Kale Khalifa is getting more character development, which I'm fine with that. I actually prefer that, actually. 17 and 18 is getting involved. Jiren is not going to fight in episode 101. Goku and Khalifa, Kale 17, 18, with fight with 4 of the troop entire episodes. Okay, I'll go with that. I like that. Because we're actually seeing more than just Goku versus Jiren. It is more of a character development. I actually, you know what? Even though they, they've been bullshitting us with the Super Saiyan level ups with the, Universe 6's characters or whatever universe they're from. I am interested in more of a Cabo and Khalifa. Kale, I'm not, because I mean, what she gonna do is just talk about how emotional she is and how weak she is and all the other bullshit. I'm over. I'm over Kale. I really am.
I like Khalifa though. I like Khalifa though.
Yeah, I mean, even though she's really a bad guy trying to power up, to probably just trying to take over some shit. Um, because she's a gang leader, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so she wants to get stronger. I'm guessing she wants to get stronger, so make her more unstoppable in her universe, if and when they get back. So yeah, I am looking forward to that if that's the way it's going to go. I don't know what dialogue 17 and 18 are going to be talking about. Also, if 17 and 18, if they had the ability to power up, why would they need to create Cell? Like, why would Cell need to exist?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If they never get tired, and if they don't have power levels, and if they could keep leveling up, there would be no need for Cell at all. So that makes no sense to me. Mayhem says he wants Vegeta to beat up Topo. I would love to see that, because we know Topo could hold his own against Super Saiyan level Blue. I would love to see that.
How strong is Topo though? He can't be that strong though.
Well, Goku when Kaioken, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, I forgot what level it was, and he and Topo was going hand to hand.
Oh wow!
So that's confusing, because at that time, before the Tournament of Power, they were saying there was no mention of Super Saiyan level Blue being taxing or stamina draining quickly. That narrative had not been introduced. So now it was Goku, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, was it times 100? I think it is now. And him and Topo was on equal ground. So it's confusing to see him and Jiren in an intro where Goku is just Super Saiyan Blue and they're going toe to toe. I'm not buying that, even though Topo has admitted that Jiren is a lot more powerful than he is. It's confused. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing about power levels, man. In Dragon Ball Z, I have all wrapped my brain around that shit. Like even Dragon Ball Super with Frieza, I'm like, oh, all right, she can meditate and concentrate and she power up that way. But it was like, to me, it's like and that's the reason maybe that's why I don't like Frieza in Dragon Ball Super. It's like she just like, it's like the power ups makes no goddamn sense. Like, okay, like, so she had a hard time. Basically, she was whooping Goku ass in the beginning of Resurrection F. That Goku overpowered her, and she was getting her ass beat in situations. And then she lost power, and then she got killed. And then Goku wished her back in Dragon Ball Super. I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't do that, but that's a conversation for another day. But it's like, my thing with that is like the power ups in Dragon Ball Super make no goddamn sense. It's like, so you mean tell me if Frieza had a hard time struggling, get what her power with the golden Frieza golden Frieza true form? How come in Dragon Ball Super? I know she said in an episode, I just concentrated when I was live, I trained, whatever. But even if that's the fucking case, you still should be able to be going like the episode when her and Goku was going toe to toe in Blue, and they was just going at it, and Beerus stepped in to take the little bubble away before Goku about to get blown up by the destruction bubble, whatever. And I was like, all right, this makes sense, but still, like, I'm racking my brain around this. Goku is a much stronger character than Frieza. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, Frieza then cheated. She cheated to get to a form. She didn't spend years training. Yes, I understand that she can just focus on it and then she can maintain that form, but she should not be able to be going toe to toe with somebody Super Saiyan Blue. I'm just saying, man. Super Saiyan Blue, like Mayhem said, Blue is a much stronger form. That's a godlike form. That's God Ki. That's your God Chi right there. God Ki Chi, whatever. And it's like, you mean tell me right now, you got Frieza in her golden form, still going toe to toe. When she knocked Goku out of his blue form, I was like, yeah, this is some bullshit. You know it's some bullshit, man. Like, I understand she can just concentrate like that, but come on, man. She struggled with Goku at the end of that fight. She struggled with Vegeta in the blue form. So it's like, this makes no damn sense at all.
I would love to see Frieza develop a new form. I think that would catch everyone off guard. Like,
yeah, I mean, if Frieza actually trained and earned a new form, I would be interested in the character. I don't hate Frieza. I just think that Frieza thing just died. She died on Namek. She died on Resurrection F. Should have kept her dead. But if they can do something with her, like I think they was talking about an episode where she wants to overthrow the destruction of gods. I don't know how the fuck you gonna do that, but that's a conversation for another day.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I think she wants to. He wants to get his power for the where he doesn't have to fear Beerus anymore. But the thing is, like in the movie Resurrection F, she didn't think when she was training, or rather, he didn't think when he was training. He actually had a one of his henchmen. He was training with one of his henchmen to get to the gold level. So, if he is able to train in his mind, why is he training in person?
Yeah.
Or why can't he do both at the same time?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what I'm saying with Frieza. It's like I don't hate Frieza as a character. I don't want y'all other guys think I hate Frieza. Like she's one of my top DVD villains. Like she's the reason why Goku was Super Saiyan. Like she's the reason why Goku was Super Saiyan. So that's why I'm always going to admire. She always going to place my heart place far as nostalgic wise, but far as her character development wise, like all right, she's always been, and I have always said this about DBZ villains in the original manga, is that all of them are power hungry as fuck. I mean, yeah, Goku is power hungry too, but he's a good guy, and it makes more sense. I can understand from that perspective where he's coming from. But like my problem, and I have always stated this, and I said this so many times with my DBZ, my problem, I have always had a problem with DBZ villains. It's like they get this power, like you look at Majin Buu, right? He sucks up Piccolo Gotenks, and it's like, all right, dude, it's like, all right, if you're doing all this crazy shit, it's like Cell to me. Like I had a problem, I always had a problem with Cell Saga. It's like, okay, to prime example, like if Android 17 and 18 never get tired, why do you need Android 17, 18 with your true form? Like if you already whooping ass as it is, like. And it's like I understand you've consumed humans, you would never get your human true, you would never get your form back. You won't now reach your true form. But like that's my problem with Cell. The same thing with Cell is like, all right, you can do all this crazy shit, but still, like, fam, why do you need Android 17 and 18 to reach your true form? That made no sense to me. I always was shaking my head like
more powerful,
huh?
More powerful. That's why I ask if the androids, if all the androids, and if 17 and 18 could level up and then get more powerful, why can't 13, 14, 15, and 16 do the same? Why can't 19 and 20 do the same? And if they can all do the, and it stands the reason that they all can do the same, why would you need Cell?
Yeah.
You wouldn't even need that many androids, actually. I mean, just train them. Just keep on training them over and over and over and over and over, and just go and just body Goku and Vegeta. Like, it doesn't make any sense that they keep introducing new narratives.
And that's always my problem with Dragon Ball, not just in Super, but just Dragon Ball period. Is like they bring some shit up and they be like, well, we're just not going to bring it up another episode. It's like, no, fam. Like, here's the thing: if Android 17, 18 ever gets tired, I didn't tell me how easy to get consumed. How did it easy to let Cell consume him like that? Like that made no sense to me. Like I always shook my brain around the character. That's why I always say with like Cell, I understood what Cell was trying to do, and that's why I'm looking at it from your perspective. Like when he was pushing Gohan to fight in his true form, because Goku was like, you fight it, like the world depending on you to save the world. And I can kind of understand from that perspective, like where you was coming from with that perspective. But I have always had a problem with people was like, all right, to take pain for some of these people to risk it. Like it's like when you look at what's the episode? Like when you go back to like the Buu saga, right? When Goku had the spirit bomb and he was going to Kid Buu and Kid Buu was moving the spirit bomb back and he was out of energy, right? He was just out of energy and he had basically said, you know what? I need y'all to wish me so I can get some energy so I can defeat Boot Kid Boo and eventually did. But it's like that's my problem with these things. Like if this, like we just, I'm always asking myself these questions. Like why is it like that? Like it makes no sense. Why it's like that? You know?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh. Um. Yeah. God damn! I keep blanking on my question. Have you heard about there are rumors um that the angels, or I forgot what they call themselves, like Whis, like they have like some devious evil plot to like overthrow Zeno.
I heard about that. I was watching some videos about that actually.
What do
I
you
was
think
watching
about
some
that?
video about that. Yeah. Um. I don't know. I just think when I think Weeze, I think she's a. I mean, that's a guy. That's a guy. You know, I see a good person. I see somebody just trying to do good. So, I mean, if they really evil, that would be a good twist. So, like, that would be a good twist to the Parliament of the tournament, though. Now, they did some shit like that where they like it's not the Xeno guys. They just want to have a good tournament. They just want to see good fight. They want to see the best fighters go at each other. But the fallen angels want to see, like, they want to destroy the world. I can kind of see all that. Like, I can kind of see it, but I don't know. That would be a good twist though. And all the fighters got to take on take on the fighters. They got to take on all the guys of destruction. So, you know.
Hold on, give me 1 second. 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, but what time is it? Shit. Shit. What the hell is going into it? But like, yeah. Take these headphones out. All right, let me go take these headphones out. Feel so much better now. God damn it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It's I think it's to me one of my best villains. To me, and one of my best, like one of my was seriously one of my best villains. Has to be I like BoJack. BoJack is I think was a good good movie villain. Um, shit. My mind is blanking out here, guys. For sake. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this. My mind's blanking out. Shit. Mine's truly blanking out. But um shit. Um, shit. Yeah, BoJack is a good villain, and I have always said, one of my biggest problems with most DBZ villains is they just monologue entirely too much. And I think that they monologue entirely too much. Um, shit. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back.
Okay. Hello? Oh, did he step away for a second? Mayhem 94 says that's head canon made up by fans, but it can be possible. I'm assuming he's talking about like the guy, not the gods, the angels. The reason why I brought that up is because when that universe, I think it was Universe 9, if I'm not mistaken, when it got erased, like the angel was sitting there smiling, and people were speculating as to why he was doing that. Like, why would he smile if the universe that you're in charge of effectively just got wiped out of existence?
Yeah.
So I would love that kind of a narrative, because that would bring us into the next arc right after the Tournament of Power. Like, how do we beat the priest, the angel priest, and the other 12 angels? Like, especially they're stronger than God of Destructions. So how would that go? And can both of the Xenos beat all of them? I know Zeno's supposed to be like the most powerful being in the of all the universes, but can it beat 12 angels from with comparable power levels? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing I really find interesting, that it would like that would be a different type of twist. That would be a different type of twist though. Like that would be a different twist though on it though, where basically the Xeno people they want to see a good fight, but the fallen angels want to see world destroyed. So, I mean, for me, I mean, do you think this like the Xeno guys they just want to see good fight? Do you think the fallen angels evil though, or they just want the world to burn?
We don't know. We
Yeah,
don't know what the. I mean, I based on the relationship between Weiss and Beerus. Weiss is Beerus's teacher. He pretty much looks out for him, takes care of him. It's kind of like a parent and a a sensei. So I'm guessing that's what all the relationships are
yeah,
between the angels and the gods of destruction. Um, I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
We don't have a reason. We don't have a reason to think that they're evil, but we also don't have a reason to think that they're good. We have done good things like save planet Earth when Vegeta was monologuing in Frieza, stupid shit like that. Um, but they are overseers of the gods of destructions, which destroys planets and pretty much keep the. I guess they keep the universe from overpopulating and stuff like that. So I don't
Makes
know.
makes sense. I mean, it does make sense though. It does make sense. It does make sense. It does make sense. It does make sense. And that's what I'm trying. And that's what I'm trying to say to me is like, are the gods of destruction evil though? Because Beerus, when he first showed up on Earth, he wanted to destroy it. He's like whatever. And Goku went Super Saiyan God at the last moment to stop that blast from destroying Earth and stuff. So like, are the gods evil though? Like that's the question I'm asking. You know?
God of destructions, no. They have a specific purpose.
Yeah.
They're evil to the people, to the inhabitants of the planets that they destroy because they're destroying their planet. But overall, in the context of managing a universe, no. They have their balance. They have what they call them, pretty much the gods of creation. Um, I forgot what they call them again, but they have their balance. But who's the balancing? Who balances the angels?
Yeah. True.
Because we have no reason to think that anyone is as strong as Whis.
Yeah. True.
So
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah. That is true. That is true. That is so true. So I'm about to grab this pot because I'm kind of hungry as fuck. But any closing thoughts before we end this podcast?
yeah, man. Can't wait to see it. Episode 101. Seeing the bullshit. Looking forward to doing this podcast next Saturday.
Yeah.
Where we can rant and rave about episode 101 and predict about 102.
I'm schedule it every Saturday around 12:30 if I can. Like if you're free, I'm free, and because I go to the gym early. That's why I go to the gym early so I can get talking through this podcast because I enjoy talking about Dragon Ball Z, bro. This is some fun shit though. Like
Yeah.
I'm glad I started doing it on this channel because that's why I did it. That's what I don't just use the channel for mixed up content. I use it for other content.
You notice other people started talking about Dragon Ball Z and the Manosphere, right?
Yeah.
Since you did your first one. I'm not gonna name names, but they know who they are. But yeah, man.
Because I think was I the first mid to talk about Dragon Ball Z? Do a podcast about it?
As far as I know, you have been, yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's like, yeah, I mean that's what the thing about it is I know I've been doing Creators Block and I know Stewart and a lot of other mid towns been doing comic book shit. I know people been talking comic book shit now ever since I started coming into it. So it's weird, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, people it's been fun. I was a phenomenal episode. Come back next Saturday around 12:30. That's why I do this. That's why I just leave here early. But yeah, it was fun. It was a phenomenal good job. Fun guys. Peace.